MacVoices is sponsored by lynda.com. Expand your skills. Improve yourself. Get a free 10-day trial of all lynda.com has to offer at lynda.com/MacVoices. MacVoices is in Las Vegas for International CES. I'm Chuck Joyner. I'm in the Hocoma booth talking to Robert about Valedo. A little something that will help my aching back, I hope, Robert.
Well, we hope so too. So Valedo actually means I have a healthy back. It's of course much more involved than that. So this is probably the world's first personal digital back coach designed to help you or bring you through exercise therapy to improve the health of your lower back.
Okay, right away you said a whole lot of things that's like, I don't want to go through therapy and I don't want to do this, but you try to make it fun.
Exactly. So we marry two industries, so the medical aspect with gaming. It's also, again, something I think the world hasn't seen very much of, and we make it fun, motivation, so people want to do their exercise for their own benefit.
That's great. Talk about for just a second the background of the company, where it comes from and how you're getting into this market.
Yeah, gladly. So Hocoma is a Swiss medical devices company with an office in the US. Hocoma is the leader in functional movement therapy worldwide. And the company specializes until now into neurologic rehabilitation with very advanced technology, robotics, and these robotics also have gaming and interactive elements, something we call augmented performance feedback. We're breaking into the market of orthopedics, lower back, with Valedo in the US here now.
The whole gamification thing of things that maybe a lot of us don't want to do is interesting. And I think it's getting away from some of there's some cool stuff here, but I think we're finding more and more ways to incent ourselves and maybe not make exercise and some of the things that we should do to have a healthy back boring.
Yeah, exactly. So we're trying to empower people to take care of their own health, in this case of the lower back, through this fun element. And not only fun element, but the entire guidance that goes along with that. Am I improving? Can I see my scores improving? Can I see that my, in this case, village is growing? So you really see and experience your therapy, you're exercising in a very different and fun way.
And I would think something like this, you'd get some immediate feedback in the sense that my back will feel better, as opposed to some of the quantified lifestyle stuff that just, okay, my numbers are getting better and that's supposed to be good for me, but I don't notice a difference.
Yeah, so movement awareness is one of the key elements we target here with this system as well. These sensors are meant to be placed on your body only for the time you exercise and then you walk away. Right? And we hear from our users, I feel it on myself when I use the system as well, similar to a yoga effect, that you feel your body differently, you recognize your body differently. So your posture doesn't need to be monitored, for example, because you sense your body in a different way after using Valedo.
So talk about the system and how it all works.
So there's two components, the hardware and software elements. So there are two hardware sensors, movement detection sensors that are placed directly on your body via a double-sided medical tape. So placed to the upper chest to capture all torso movements, placed to the lower back to capture all pelvic movements, and of course the two capture the combination of the two. These connect via Bluetooth to a very sophisticated software that guides you through an entire back exercise therapy program.
What kind of time are we talking about for a typical back exercise workout?
Well, we recommend somewhere around 10 to 20 minutes a day based on your time and personal preferences. The system is designed to be used anywhere and wherever you want within the limits. I would do it underwater or maybe in the middle of a park. But yeah, if you're on the go in the office, at home, it's a portable case. Take out the sensors, put on your normal clothes, and it's sort of a new type of fitness because we promote very small, specific, controlled movements. So there's a lack of sweat. You don't really sweat when you use Valedo. It's on the go, 10 minutes a day. Put the sensor away, and you continue with your life.
Do we have sensors here that we can look at?
Yes, we do. So So I'm
wearing
some
one.
sensors right now. I'm wearing them all day. They're very light. They're around half an ounce or so. So I don't even feel. I actually had to think, am I wearing the sensors right now? But maybe for the camera here. So as a size, so the sensors here are quite small. And there's a very, very fancy technology inside of here for very precise movement detection.
How do these charge?
They charge via, I don't have the cable in front of me right now, but just a regular micro USB cable. So there's one cable that can charge the sensor simultaneously. You could also use it possibly to try to charge other devices. So it's very convenient that way. And once you've charged them, I'd say about an hour and a half of charging. So then they last for around 6 to 8 hours, possibly even more. And if you only do 10, 20 minutes a day, then it lasts for weeks.
Very nice, very nice. And obviously, I didn't even realize you were wearing it. I didn't even look down and think, oh my God, a sensor. So, and then you get in front of your device and then perform the exercises. Are you guided through the exercises?
Yes. So there's a few steps. So you can use it right now with your iPad or even your iPhone. So this will become more generic, so I'll say tablet and smartphone soon, because Android is being developed right now and will come out in weeks to months. So when you first fire up the system, you're introduced to the different language of the system, the visual language, the different types of elements you need to understand. And one of the first things you do is you record your own personal motion ability into the game, into the software. And this scales then what happens in the exercises of the games to your abilities, so that you can do everything that you can do. You experience it as a personal device.
Great. Okay, so we're going to take a break here and let you do a couple exercises for us and go from there. But it looks simple, and anybody that's been at this show definitely can use some help as far as back work.
Yeah.
So.
Well, yeah, back problems are probably the most prevalent, or one of the most prevalent forms of conditions people have every day. It is very simple on one hand to use, but what goes behind it is extremely complicated, and that's the magic and the science of bringing these two together to make something that is so powerful, so easy to use. And I'm happy to show you that now.
What kind of cost are we talking about here?
So in the US, this retails for $359 US. And if you compare this to the co-payments if you go to a physiotherapist of around $30, $35, then after 10 visits to the physiotherapist, then you would have the cost of Valedo back in your budget. That's not including all of the time, the travel costs, the medication you might have to invest into. So this device, I think, for a lot of people is a very attractive product to consider.
Definitely. And the website where folks go to learn more?
Yes, it's www.valedotherapy.com. That's the product website. From there you can also then visit Hocoma.com to learn more about the company, so you can really see just how sophisticated the company is and how much we care about making people's lives and health better.
Robert, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Folks, we'll have more from International CES in Las Vegas. I'm Chuck Joyner. This is MacVoices. Visit MacVoices.com for links, show notes, to subscribe, to connect with Chuck on Twitter, Google+, YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, and the MacVoices blog. Subscribe to our weekly newsletter, the MacVoices Dispatch, to stay up to date on all the latest MacVoices news from our front page or at MacVoices.com/newsletter. Do more with your Apple tech by subscribing to the free MacVoices magazine on Flipboard by visiting MacVoices.com/magazine. Advertising and sponsorships handled by Backbeat Media at BackbeatMedia.com. Bandwidth provided by CacheFly at CacheFly.com.